Hey guys, this is Ash here from the Lees. House what we worked on, and one of the reasons why was because the house didn't save. What we did last time on the house, basically that didn't save and exited without saving, like slightly by mistake. We basically, in other words, just back to this. So we're just gonna go ahead and start back off. Trying to let me know if you can hear me okay or if I'm breaking up. It's just that I think my mic is playing up because I've got a pair of Turtle Beach headset rather, and it's one of these where the mic like can come out and they can be used as just a pair of headphones, but the aux connection, what actually goes into your controller, is a little bit kind of weird. um, you've got to kind of push it down to be able to get the mic to work. So it's kind of like the mute wire on the mic has kind of messed up. So even when it's unmuted, the mic mutes itself. So I've had to sellotape the connection to try and hold it in place, and I've got it in place at the moment, so it seems to be good at the moment, but I am going to have to invest in another microphone at some point, which is a little bit it's a little bit daft. But what I'm thinking about doing is I'm not thinking about getting a mic just yet. Now, the reason why I'm not thinking about getting a mic just yet is because there's a couple of reasons. The first reason is not a lot of people get on to do Park Drive at the moment, so we're not likely. Oh, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? You know me, yeah? Yeah, I think you came in tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but I could get another mic on Friday, but it wouldn't be a proper mic. Basically, I can go down to my local B&M store and I can pick up a pair of Skull Candy headphones what come with a built-in mic, which do work with the ps4. However, like I say, we're not doing Park Drive as much at the moment. Park Drive's, let's say, a little bit dead at the moment. It's not, we're not getting people on to do like episodes as regular as we have been. My internet is completely shocking, so most of the time if we do a Park Drive episode, it's going to take hours to upload anyway because I haven't moved to fibre yet. And what am I doing? I'm just finishing off a house. I think you were here in the stream when I did it, or you could have been in yesterday's. But I was doing this house the other day, like putting all the drive and stuff in, and doing all the grass at the front, and basically it didn't save. So we're kind of like, I'm kind of having to do it again, but I streamed in a different location on the map yesterday. Bearing in mind this whole city's huge. As a matter of fact, let me go and show you something. Now, I don't potentially work on this map as much as I used to do, because there's a few errors what have been made in the main skyscraper part of this map, which kind of I didn't realise at first, and I got like a large amount of the city built, and then by the time I realised what the issue was, it was kind of a little bit awkward to fix it, because you'd have to knock buildings down in order to fix some of the uneven errors, and some of the buildings were decent buildings that I didn't want to take down. So I'm going to show you how big the map is right here. Nice, you are so good. You are so good to do houses. I never used to like building Minecraft houses because I could never do it. And then for whatever reason, when I started that housing area, which you just saw over there, I literally typed in a picture of UK house onto Google, and I copied it. Well, I built the first house from scratch actually, and I thought it turned out alright, off the top of my head. And the second house, I built it from looking at a picture of UK house. And from then on, I just like looked at loads of different pictures and just built a load of houses from pictures, and they turned out pretty good. And I suppose the more I kept building houses from the pictures, I guess I just got better at it. So here's the whole entire map, the whole entire city layout. The top part of the river, which is the part we're in now, was meant to be all the shopping centres. So this was meant to be like the main, let's say, shopping part of the map. So you'd have all the shopping centres, and you'd have all the sort of like like high street shops, phone shops and game shops and stuff like that. There's also an arena down there. Then the other side, the bottom of the river here, this was all the business area. So this was all your like office buildings and the news reporter buildings, and like the main skyscraper area, a big football stadium there, by the way. And then right down here is meant to be the industrial area. So you have little warehouses. You've got things like oh shit, I need to go. Sorry. No, it's fine. But yeah, we have like an industrial area down here. There's also a Pokemon arena down there for some reason. I just let someone, a friend of mine, build it. But yeah, this was meant to be more like warehousey, hire like diggers and stuff like that down here. Which which worked out pretty cool. And then up here was meant to be our seaside area, our seaside resort. And I was planning to fill the whole entire map, but I'm going to show you some stuff over in the skyscraper area what put me off this map. And it's a shame, because I absolutely loved the concept of this map. This has been like one of my most favourite projects to build. But you see here where the footpath is 3 wide, and then you come to this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how that's the issue, what keeps going down. Like we've got a 3 wide here, and then we've got a 4 wide at that side. However, the intentional size of the city footpaths were actually meant to be 5 wide. The whole entire scale of the city. So to put this into perspective, this is the first street that was ever constructed in the city. This is where I started Los Ashleys. I spawned somewhere on this street, and a friend of mine helped me build this road, and the footpaths were meant to be 5 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of thing, if you I guess if you get what I mean. And basically what went down is I went for my tea, and I left the game on, and usually like people who help me on the map can come in and help me on the map. And a friend of mine who was in decided that he would finish off the intersection for us. So he decided that he'd put a road going this way, a road going that way, and a road going that way. But if you see my gist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you see my gist, 1, 2, 3, 4, he got the footpath errors wrong. And he also made this road smaller than he made this road. So we then had to come up with a design to fit this road, which is quite alright, having a little side street here a little bit smaller than another road. It's completely fine. Like, I'm completely, 100% okay with that. But it's the footpath errors what annoy me the most. So you see, the thing is I didn't realise that he had made the footpath error. I didn't notice at the time that one side was 5 and the other was 4. And other people were helping and they didn't realise, and the footpath just got extended over time. And you can see now 1, 2, 3, 4, look. And, it just carried on getting extended over time. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then obviously we looked at the right side again, and when we worked out this run, thought, oh yeah, that's 5. So then we take this down and do it 5, and we didn't realise that we'd made this one a 4. However, how do you make it a 5? without taking the front of the building down, which it's a nice building. Do you really, really want to have to do that? But that's not the only place where the things, where the footpaths have been wrong. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then you come to this side, again, it's probably something like 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, so that bit's alright. But then you come to somewhere like, is it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's still good. What about here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you come to here, and this has now been made a 4. So you see where this was a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that here has now been made a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you see where this building has been like built, where the footpath didn't end. So I'm not saying that it's everybody else, because I know I've made the mistake as well. But some people have just started to put things down without realizing that the footpath needed to be 1 more wide. And like, I don't mind having like some streets with footpaths what are thinner than the others, like, but if all the streets are symmetrical, so like if there's a street where the footpath is 5 wide at one side, it should be 5 wide at the other side of the road. Then if we want to do a smaller street what has a footpath with a 4 wide or a 3 wide, then the other side of the road should be a 3 wide. So what I'm saying is what I'm alternatively trying to point the message across at is say for example this is a road, right? And say you've got a footpath here, and say you've got a footpath there. So what I'm alternatively saying is if this side of the road is 3 wide, then this side of the road is 3 wide. But let's say for example this, so let's say as a little example that these two sides are both 3 wide, they're all good, but then this person makes it 4 wide at this side, and then does 4 wide at this side. So you see there, like, that's good, he's got his 3 wide here and his 4 wide here. However, if somebody did this side 2 wide and then this side 3 wide, if you get my gist, this is 3, and then this side 2, that's where the issue is. So that's what I'm saying. So like if one side is 3 at this side of the road and this side is 2, that's what I don't like. So I'm not alternatively bothered about some of the streets having a shorter footpath, but when they don't match up at the left side of the road and the right side of the road, that's when it becomes an uneven problem. Like having like the left side of the road a 5 wide footpath and then the right side of the road a 4 wide footpath is not what I want. It's not the issue. And the whole point and truth behind it is it ruined the city. The reason why it ruined the city is because people didn't realise that that was the issue, and people started building the footpath as if it was wrong, as if it was right. They weren't checking for the issue, and then a good 90% of the city area ended up being uneven. So yeah.